Hey up, everyone, and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph, the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington, D.C. to Westminster and beyond. Now, of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimers. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So, let's jump into it with this. We all remember this clip right here.
The man's come out with a knife now. Boss, look here, look.
Go for me.
Look. Go, he's got a knife. Go.
You idiot. You fucking idiot. You burn the Quran.
Go. He's got a knife as well.
No.
Oh, you got a knife, man.
Fucking idiot.
Wait, don't come to me.
Go for me.
Listen, I'm just filming, yeah?
Burn the Quran.
No, you shouldn't be. Listen.
My religion. You don't burn Quran.
Ah, what are you doing? Come on, man. What are you doing? You're standing out in public road with a knife. Exactly, what are you doing?
Fucking bullies on the floor! Stand up for him, you fucking bully! Fuck you up!
You don't burn fucking.
He just did. He's done it. Unbelievable. He went into his residence here. He went into here, took a knife, come out and started attacking him with a knife. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So you had a free speech activist go out into the middle of London, right? And make a protest by burning the copy of the Quran. The gentleman that you've just seen there went into his house, came back out with a knife and attacked that gentleman that was doing that protest. Now, you'd think, do you know what? I know exactly how this is going to turn out, right? Because based on our laws and based on our legal system, it usually goes a little bit something like this. You have a knife and you attack someone with a knife, you go to jail, yeah? That's the law, right? And that's what's supposed to happen. Yeah. Instead, this happened. Attacker of the Quran burning protester is spared jail. Now, let me be very clear on this, okay? The attacker saw the protester burning the Quran, went into his house, got the knife, and came out and attacked the protester with a knife. So this was premeditated, right? He thought this through. And he went through so many steps to go back into his house, to find the knife, to get the knife, to get to the door, to open the door, to exit the door, to go to the protester and then attack the protester with a knife. There were so many steps between the start and the end of it where that Islamic knife attacker could have turned around and says, do you know what? What am I doing with this knife? I'm not going to attack him. But he did. And he got spared jail? He didn't even go to jail for it? Okay, so here's the down low on this. So, Muslim man who attacked someone burning a Quran outside the Turkish consulate in London has been spared jail. And so Musa Kadri here saw Hamid Koskan setting alight the text and shouted, "I'm going to kill you," before slashing at him with a knife. So this is the thing, right? It's not just that the attacker attacked him with a knife. He also threatened his life. And again, I do think I'm still living in the UK here. And I'm still under the impression that death threats are against the law. Even more so when you attempt to carry him out, right? With a freaking knife in your hand. And so let's go on. He later told police he was protecting his religion so that Crown Court heard. Judge Adam Hiddleston handed Kadri a 20-week prison sentence, suspended for 18 months. This judge, right, as far as I'm concerned, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, needs to be investigated. And this whole ruling needs to be looked at and needs to be not only overturned, but replaced with a harsher ruling. Let me put it to you this way, and I'm just going to ask a question here. I'm just asking for a friend, right? Those in the chat, whether you're watching on YouTube or on X, please answer me this. What if it was the other way around? What if it was a protester who was of the Islamic faith burning a copy of the Christian Bible, whichever version, okay, whichever version. And you have then a British white man go into house, come out with a knife, attack said Islamic protester with the knife and say, I'm going to kill you. Do you think we would be seeing a similar headline? Attacker of Christian burning Bible protester is spared jail. Do you think we would see that headline? Hell freaking no. No. No, we would not. I'm going to say it out loud. No, we wouldn't. Instead, the headline would be far-right, Islamophobic, racist, whatever, is given 3 years in jail for attacking Islamic protester. That's what we would be seeing if it was the other way around. And anyone telling me otherwise, you need your freaking heads examining. Because this is another clear example of two-tier justice that is in this country right now. Also, this is a clear example of blasphemy laws coming into the UK through the freaking back door. Last time I freaking checked, I live in the UK. I don't live in Iran. I don't live in Afghanistan. I don't live in Iraq. I don't live in a freaking country that is governed by Sharia law. We should be able to criticise any religion, burn any book we freaking want, right? Without the legal system coming down on us like a freaking ton of bricks. Every other religion is fair game. But it would be absolutely insane, right? If anyone in this country turned around and said, well, Islam's not treated special. Yes, it is. Here you go. Yes, it freaking is. It is. Another example, the government at the moment is still carrying on with that working group to develop a definition of Islamophobia. Okay. How about a definition for Christianophobia? How about a definition for Buddhist phobia? How about a definition for any other religion phobia? Let's keep the same energy, right? Oh, no. No. We keep the same energy for everyone else apart from Islam. Excuse me? Oh, it gets worse, right? So, Kadri said to Koskan, burning the Quran, it's my religion, you don't burn the Quran. It's our country. We can burn whatever book we want. If it's safe, right? In a form of protest. Yeah, we can. We can. You want to live in a country where burning the Quran is illegal? Move to a country where burning the Quran is illegal. Go. Bye-bye. Good luck with the rest of your freaking life. We should be able to burn any book we want in protest without threat of the legal system coming down on us like a ton of freaking bricks. And other people thinking that it gives them license to go in, come back out with a freaking knife and threaten to kill said protester and then attack with that knife. You live in the UK. You don't live in Iraq. You don't live in Afghanistan. You don't live in Saudi Arabia. You do not live in a country that is governed by Sharia law. You want to live in a country governed by Sharia law? Be my guest, but it ain't the freaking UK. He later told the police he was protecting his religion. Okay. Well, this is where I get a little bit confused because they all say, right, that Islam's really a religion of peace. Yeah. Islam is a religion of peace, guys. A proper religion of peace. All it is all about peace. That's it. Islam's a religion of peace, guys. Islam is a religion of peace. Yeah. See the contradiction in that? Like, seriously? It's a religion of peace until you criticize them, until you protest against them. Then it's not the religion of peace anymore. Let's get this straight, guys. But yeah, he was saying, I was just protecting my religion. Greg Unwin, defending, said this was a response to a very unusual situation that Mr. Kadri had demonstrated regret and remorse for. His reaction was in the heat of the moment to what he perceived was a deeply offensive act on a holy book. Okay. You can be offended all you want. That is your right. What isn't your right is being offended to the point where you think that level of offensiveness that you're taking gives you license to then go to the person that's the source of that offensiveness and attack them, not only with a knife, but threaten to kill them as well. Be offended all you want, but it doesn't give you license, therefore, straight after that to then attack. Piss off. Not a chance. And he doesn't feel remorse at all as far as I'm concerned. Why? Because he said, I protect my religion. That's what he said to the police. I protect my religion. He doesn't feel remorse. He's freaking proud of what he did. He's proud of what he did. If he did feel remorse, he'd turn round and he'd say, you know what? I was misguided. I thought I was protecting my religion, but it was the wrong way about it. That would indicate remorse and being sorry about what he had done. But no, he turns around to the police and says, I protect my religion. Someone who says that, do you think they're full of remorse and they're sorry for what they did? Not a freaking chance. They then say, his reaction was in the heat of the moment to what he perceived was a deeply offensive act on a holy book. Now, Coxon, okay, the protester, he was convicted in June of a religiously aggravated public order offence. He appealed that with the Crown Court. Coxon had argued that his criticism was of Islam in general rather than its followers, but District Judge John McGarver said he couldn't accept this, finding that Coxon's actions were highly provocative and that he was motivated at least in part by a hatred of Muslims. His case prompted campaigners and some politicians to say it was an attempt to bring back blasphemy law. But the government said there's no blasphemy laws in England, nor are there any plans to introduce any. Yeah, you really believe our Labour dictatorship at this point? Not a freaking chance. Not a freaking chance. This ruling is another step of Islamic blasphemy laws going into the UK through the back door. Burn any other holy book, you're going to be fine. Burn the Quran, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get done for it, and the person that attacks you, but actually breaks the law, oh, they just walk free. They don't get any jail time at all. So, forgive me if I don't believe the Labour dictatorship and two-tier Keir turning around and saying, we're not reintroducing blasphemy laws at all. Yeah, this is very Orwellian here. This is the government turning around and saying 2 + 2 = 5. Trust me, bro. Yeah, okay. When someone says, trust me, bro, the opposite is what you need to do. You don't trust them and you run away as far as you can in the opposite freaking direction. Now, the Free Speech Union, they've responded to this story saying the following. This decision sends a green light to any Muslim who wants to enforce an Islamic blasphemy by taking the law into their own hands. The court is effectively saying that if you attack a blasphemer with a knife, he will be convicted of causing you harassment, alarm, or distress, and you won't have to spend a day behind bars. Musa Kadri has been let off with a suspended sentence after repeatedly slashing Hamid Koskan with a knife while shouting that he was going to kill him. Kadri had been enraged that Koskan was protesting against Islam. Hamid is still living in hiding, having been convicted of a hate crime for burning his own copy of the Quran. Whilst the attacker gets to walk free. Make that make sense now. Make that make sense now. Koskan's really the one in jail here. He's the one in hiding. He can't live a free life anymore. He did nothing wrong. All he did was protest. He protested in a way that the attacker didn't appreciate and was offended by. Okay, you take offence, that's fine, that's your right. The moment the attacker stepped the line was when he went in, grabbed the freaking knife, came back out and attacked the protester with it. Yet he's the one that's walking free on this earth without a care in the freaking world. And the protester, he's in a kind of jail himself now. Even though he's not properly in jail, he's now in hiding. He can't walk free anymore. This is the country that we're living in right now. We are being conditioned, right, through the legal system, through the institutions, through the Labour dictatorship. We are being conditioned to be scared of criticising Islam. We're being conditioned. Guess what? I reject that conditioning. Because I recognise my right to free speech of expression to criticise anything, anyone, anything I want. I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. If I want to criticise Islam, I'll criticise Islam. If I want to criticise Buddhism, I'm going to criticise Buddhism. If I want to criticise Christianity and all its branches, I'm going to do the same there. I'm going to criticise any religion I want and choose. But the UK is basically saying now, criticise any religion you want apart from Islam. No. I don't play that game. Piss off. Piss off. And for those that are saying, oh, well, you're just biased for your own religion, this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'm atheist. I've been atheist for decades, guys. Now, just because I'm atheist doesn't mean I, how do I put this? Yes, I'm atheist, but I still respect religion. I still respect people's freedom to follow and believe whatever they want to follow and believe. Simple as. But just as I respect people's freedom to believe what they want to believe, follow who they want to follow, this, that, and the other, yeah? That should be reciprocated back. For them to respect my freedom to criticise whichever religion I want. As simple as that. I am not going to be conditioned to be fearful to criticise any religion, especially Islam. Not a freaking chance. So here, we've got some reactions. Tom Harris saying, it's not illegal to burn a book, and neither should it be. It is illegal to attack anyone with a knife, and to do so in defence of some bits of paper is utterly unjustifiable. Yet this fool gets a suspended sentence. I'd say criminal. Darren Grimes says, if you or I pulled a knife on someone burning a Bible, we'd be locked up in a heartbeat. Exactly. Do it to defend Islam and you walk free, and people wonder why Britain feels broken. Yet another case that leaves us all with the view that there is a two-tier justice system at work here. Daniel Hannon, say the wrong thing online and you'll get locked up. Actually attack someone with a knife and you'll avoid jail. How is this not two-tier justice? Exactly. Exactly. Julia Hartley Brewer. Thank goodness he didn't write a tweet about attacking someone with a knife, eh? I laugh at that, but yeah. This is a sad state of affairs that the UK's in. Let's go with 2 more reactions here. So, Sophie Corcoran. Lucy Connolly, white British woman, mean tweet, she gets 30 months. Hadish Kabatu, illegal immigrant, child rape, he only gets 12 months. Musa Kadri, Muslim man, assault and wielding a knife and threatening to kill, gets a suspended sentence. Ricky Jones, black man, Labour councillor, calling for people to have their throats slit, not guilty. There's no denying we have a two-tier justice system in the UK. None at all. And let me leave you with Nick Timothy before we get into the second topic for today's Red Alert broadcast live. Britain has Islamic blasphemy laws. It is now beyond a doubt. Hamid Koskan was convicted for desecrating a Quran. Musa Kadri attacked him with a knife for it. His justification, I protect my religion. His punishment, a suspended sentence. For all those that are turning round and saying, we don't have blasphemy laws here. We do not have Islamic blasphemy laws here in the UK. You're either lying to yourself and lying to others, or you're absolutely deluded, ignorant, and you need your heads examining. It's as simple as that. Now, for those watching live, whether on YouTube or on X, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to get on to the second topic in a moment. Has Sadiq Khan just been caught covering up grooming gangs in London? Yeah, this is not good for him. So we're going to get into that in a moment. But for those watching live, if you haven't done so already or on the replay, make sure you do subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on Political Nerds. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alter Nerd for more details as to what's really going on here in the UK. Like, share, comment down below on the replay, your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet, but for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces, and until the next time, you guys, laters.